All right, as soon as this little bar fills up. Oh, wow, that's fast. All right.
Are we going?
I think we're going.
We're streaming?
Yeah, we just got to refresh this. It says our stream health is good. Of course it's good. Of course it's good. Let's see here. Let's get things going here. I don't know why that says Twilight Princess in this thing. Dang, Chris, you are on top of things today. Welcome.
Do you live on the internet, man?
I'm actually not even sure he's real. I mean, I met him.
Maybe he's a bot.
I met him a few months ago, but that might have just been an android that he uses to meet people in person.
With the rest of the world.
You're probably just a computer virus.
I imagine if he's an AI that lives on the internet, he's probably got access to several things of technology that people don't know about. He's probably built robots that have built robots that can build him a robot body.
Oh my goodness. I bet you're right.
Robotception.
Robotception. 'Cause why not? So we're going to be talking about this guy is extreme. Yes, he is insanely fast, isn't he? Isn't he? Today we are talking about Star Wars, but first...
Can you make that bigger so I can see people?
How y'all doing, guys?
Hey, guys.
How are you all doing? You guys have a good weekend?
So we've got some news.
We just finished...
Nope, that's not what I was going to say.
Sorry.
We just updated our internet stuff.
Oh, yes.
And kind of fixed some stuff with our live stream so that hopefully we don't end up with the same crap that we've been having with our quality.
I need to cover the screen up down here because I'm going to be looking right there when the camera's up there.
Well, keep looking up there.
It's hard for me to remember to look up there at the camera when the screen is down here and I can see myself.
Doesn't matter.
I need a blanket to put over the computer.
He just likes looking at himself as the thing.
No, it's not true. Okay, maybe a little bit. Anyway, we have a new setup here.
Jordan Taylor thought I was a bot as well.
Well, at least we're all on the same page then. If you need to impersonate a bot, you are pretty good to go. At least as long as it's on YouTube. I'm not actually sure.
I really don't understand. It's a serious mystery to me how he's the first one that comments every single time.
Well, lately, Chris hasn't been. The last few videos we put up, Chris, I don't even know if you commented on them at all. So, you're lagging behind, but you just made up for it by literally taking over the first 5 minutes of what we spoke about during the stream. So, congratulations there.
Interested to hear our opinion on Star Wars? Well, let me tell you, Duffy is interested to give his opinion on Star Wars because he cannot keep his mouth.
Hasn't seen it yet, which means it's been very hard for me. It's been very hard for me to talk about the things that happened in that movie because I loved it.
Might be one of the greatest movies ever made.
One of the it probably is better than my favorite Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. We don't want to do spoiler stuff right now. We want to actually talk to you guys and just see how y'all been doing. Life is number 8. How you doing? Thanks for joining us today.
Howdy.
Hope y'all are ready for some spoiler stuff. But before we get into that, there is some next level housekeeping stuff that we want to go over with you and get your opinions. Think of it as a poll. And Chris, before you get started, it is not time to stop. We're having a poll. Okay?
What?
Chris hates polls.
The stream is freezing.
No! We are doing so well!
How is it freezing? It says the stream health is good.
Stream health. Well, YouTube says the stream is fine.
I don't understand.
Okay, that means that it's Chris, right? That's not us.
Is anybody else having that problem?
It says that it has been fine this whole time. It hasn't had any problem. Yeah, if anyone wants to let us know about that, please do. I'm going to keep going on as though everything is fine. So we're going to have a little poll here. Next level stuff has been going on as next level stuff for about 10 weeks now.
Yeah.
You might have noticed Origin Story did not come out today. It is because on Monday, Ross was sick, and which meant that we had to push everything a day forward. You will be getting that episode tomorrow morning.
Yep, I did tweet about that, so you guys knew about it ahead of time if you are following us on Twitter. If you are not following us on Twitter...
What's wrong with you?
Please do so.
So what we have right now is we need to ask your opinion. I want to do a New Year's Eve live stream where we count down into New Year's from 6 p.m. Eastern to midnight and just do a whole bunch of fun stuff. We're going to do giveaways right then and there. I've got 10 ideas for 10 different things to give away. And we kind of use that as a way to build our subscriber base and also interact with you guys throughout the night.
However...
You know how people used to, used to watch, what was the guy's name? Dick Clark.
Yeah.
Countdown to New Year's. Be kind of like that, except it'd be so much nerdier and a lot more fun because you get to interact with us.
Okay.
But
my counter to that is I feel like everybody would be out having a good time with their friends and family, and they wouldn't want to be stuck in front of a computer screen watching us talk about stuff when we could also be with our friends and family doing things. So my thought was we can do this as a New Year's Day thing after you guys, most people aren't working on New Year's Day. After you're recovering from being up late all night, you can come hang out with us. We can give away some stuff then to bring in the new year on New Year's Day. So we want to get your opinion, is New Year's Eve or New Year's Day what would you be more likely to watch?
Yeah, so if we do that, I'm talking about looking for special guests to join us on there. There's a lot of stuff we could do one way or the other. I think it'd be more exciting to do it as a countdown to New Year's Eve, but there's nothing wrong with doing it on New Year's Day either. So really, we just now decided it's up to you guys when we do it.
Yeah, like I said, my preference is New Year's Day. I feel like that would be better. And then Duffy his preference is obviously New Year's Eve.
Chris says that he doesn't do anything usually on New Year's Eve. Let's talk about the giveaway stuff because there's a lot of different things that we're going to give away. I thought one of the best things we could give away as
the best gag thing ever.
The best gag giveaway ever would be a DVD copy of Super Mario Bros. The movie.
And not just a DVD copy of the Super Mario movie.
A signed one.
But not signed by these guys.
We'll sign it.
Signed by these guys.
Because basically, after you started this movie, your autograph is just about as worthless as two guys that just started doing YouTube together.
Pretty much.
So that's one option. Of course, there's going to be other things. The highlight. So the way the giveaway will work is that the more subscribers we get between now and the end of the year, all right, we start counting now. So basically, I think we start like this. Every subscriber, we start counting from 2,100 subscribers up to New Year's Eve, or rather New Year's Day, to find out how many we can get. And depending on what that number is, every 50 or so or whatever. Hey, yes, Mario!
Mario!
Hey, Mario! Sorry. Depending on how many subscribers we get, the more we'll give away. And if we reach our ultimate goal, think of it like those PBS telethons. Yeah. But instead of you getting free public broadcasting stuff, which isn't really free because money, we'll be giving away as our ultimate gift a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. So the more subscribers that we get, the more stuff we're going to give away. And if we can get to 3,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks, before by New Year's Day, if we can get to 3,000 subscribers, we will give away a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. I mean, the numbers might change a little bit depending on how we decide to proceed. This obviously is a gag idea. We probably use this as the first thing we gave away. But apart from that, I mean, we've got T-shirts that we got, Origin Story, Real Anime Training T-shirts. Yeah. We've got statues. Do you want to go grab the Goku statue and show them? Yeah. To celebrate, we'll definitely give this thing away one way or the other, no matter how many we get, because to celebrate the relaunch of Real Anime Training, we wound up ahead and got a big, really hyper-detailed statue of Goku. Yep. Something that I know very little about, but Ross has had me watching Dragon Ball, and I'm actually really enjoying it.
Also talking about giving away this...
oh yeah, you might have seen this in some of the earlier videos that we did a couple months ago. The poster is called You're Safe Here. It's by an artist that I met at Comic-Con here, South Carolina Comic-Con last year, and I bought that from him. Really nice, and the frame is really nice too, so that's really cool. You got all sorts of things on there, everything from Batman to Doctor Who to the Power Rangers.
Unopened copy of Overwatch.
Oh yeah, we have an unopened copy of the PS4 version of Overwatch. We can give that away. Also, just got this to give away. It's a Breath of the Wild Nendoroid figure. These are a lot of fun, but they're also really messy if you don't have to put all the pieces.
The key about it is the only way that we're giving this stuff away
is if we get
more subscribers. So I mean, we've got the stuff to give away, and if you're on the stream, then you're likely to get that stuff because you'll be watching and we'll be giving it away randomly as the stream is going. So if we got right now I think we're at 2,100 subscribers.
Yeah.
So if we got to You know, right off the bat, we're giving this away regardless.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's whatever. But if we get 100 subscribers, then we'll give away something else. And we get 200 subscribers, we give away something else. And on and on and on until we get to 3,000. 3,000, we're giving away a Switch.
I mean, that's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, the Switch is selling like hotcakes. Breath of the Wild now has all of its DLC out, and now you can ride a motorcycle in Breath of the Wild. That looks like fun. I haven't gotten to do it because I've been working on videos for you guys. But there's a lot of stuff you can do on there. Not giving away games, although, you know what, if we like shoot past our goal, I would not be opposed to buying a few games for whoever wins the Switch.
Yeah, if we like destroyed our goal, if we got like 3,500, 4,000 subscribers, whatever.
That'd be nice. But you know, the main purpose to this is to, well, you know, the selfish purpose to this is give us subscribers.
Yeah, but we want to have fun with you guys on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, whichever one we decide.
Which brings us to what we'll be doing the majority of it. Not only will we be
forgot
talking
about
to you. Tell them about the challenge that you we talked about for you.
Okay, so I love eating hot stuff, like a lot. So when I'm eating progressively hotter things, stuff that we're already doing, I'll eat something that's a little bit hotter than that. The one chip challenge. I had a ghost pepper. I've Reaper chip. I've had ghost pepper stuff before, and that's like 1 million something Scoville units, but a Carolina Reaper is like 2.2, 2.3 million Scoville units, and I've never had that before, and I would like to see if it kills me.
You know, I'd like to just make a request here. If you're going to do something that might kill you, could you wait until you've gotten me in a bit more shape?
Listen, it'll be fine.
So, yeah, that's the idea. We're still trying to come up with something to do for me. You could even, leave us suggestions what you'd like to see me do. So, like, I'm thinking every hour on the hour, Ross eats another spicy thing, and then every hour on the 30-minute mark, I do whatever step in my challenge is, just so that every 30 minutes, one of us is doing something crazy.
Else cool or whatever, or just silly. Or
Ross wants to shave my head.
I do want to shave his head.
He wants to shave my head. I know my hair is messy. I need to get it cut.
So
but he wants to actually cut it all off.
I think as a bonus, if we can, like, as like a midpoint, if we can get to 2,500 subscribers, we'll definitely shave his head.
Yeah, we should actually have like multiple kinds of milestones. There should be like the milestones for giveaways and the milestones to make us do crazy things.
Yeah,
like shave my head. I would not be opposed to waterboarding, but you told me that could be really dangerous.
you can die.
I didn't know you could die, so
don't do that.
Now, if we find a professional waterboarder.
I don't know. Do we know any Spec Ops guys?
So anyway, Chris is asking us how the Blimey Cow shout out helped us.
It helped quite a bit. I would say that it put a total of 500 or 600 subscribers on the channel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Overall, and then so I mean and I think there's probably been a gradual trickle of additional subscribers since then, because I can't remember how many subscribers we had when we before we did that. I think it was like, I want to say it was like 1,400, and we're at like 2,100 now. So.
Okay, well we're doing pretty good. Yeah, we also recently got a sort of a semi shout out from his buddy Jax Blade, another fitness YouTuber. And he gave us out to us, and that boosted us.
Yep, Jax Blade is my number one disciple. He's been one of the longest watching real anime training people of all time, and he took all the stuff that he learned by himself and from me, and turned himself into a monster of a man, and has done a lot of really cool stuff with his Tough Like the Toon series. And would that work out?
So, if you enjoy real anime training, if you know what we do here, you might want to go check him out. We'll give him a shout out and throw that back at him. So, it's youtube.com/JAXBlade.
Yeah.
And just check him out and let him know that Next Level Stuff sent you, all right? So, I would like to know if anyone has any ideas on, first and foremost, we need to know what day to do this. New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? That's the first
if you're
thing.
watching this after the live stream, please leave that in the comments. We definitely need to know.
And I'll be keeping track of who leaves comments like that right now, because these comments don't actually save when we quit the live stream, because that's dumb. I mean, you know what? YouTube does not do that. But you know who does? Facebook. I got one of those.
They definitely
your
do.
live streams from memories thing.
Yeah.
The other day, and it was a Christmas live stream I did to my friends. And
all
the comments popped up on the screen as they arrived originally when I did it. So, I mean, YouTube is all about video. I don't see why that's not a feature. But anyway, we're going to periodically remind people, because no one is letting us know what day they'd like to see this. But What do you say we get into Star Wars?
Yeah, that's fine. How many people are currently watching?
4.
4 people?
4 people.
Okay, all right.
That means we should have 4 time slots already being talked about.
So we've got essentially Chris saying that he is okay with New Year's Eve, and no one else has said anything.
So don't let Chris dictate this stream.
Yeah.
Even though it's the day I want to do it on, don't let Chris dictate it. Fight Chris! Everyone, go get him. He's a bot. Should we count votes from bots?
I don't know.
I mean,
we should probably have one of those capture things that you have to fill out.
Hi,
Chloe. It's good to see you.
Hey, Chloe. Welcome to the stream. Quick recap since she just joined us. We're doing a live stream, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. That's the first question we need to know. Which day is best?
Help us pick which day is best. If it's New Year's Eve from 6 p.m. to midnight, or if sometime New Year's Day you'd like to see.
Mario says Eve, so that's 2 for New Year's Eve.
You too.
So that's that.
It's never time to stop fighting, Chris.
That's his. So Steven's not on the group that you do that in, Chris, but Chris has this thing going on where every time somebody posts a poll in this group that we're a part of, he posts this meme of this guy with this giant clock in his hand yelling, "It's time to stop." Okay. It got annoying for a bit, but it's gone from being funny to annoying to funny again. So we'll see what happens next. Anyway, Star Wars. Let's talk Star Wars, and I will go on forever, so please get in what you have to say first.
Oh, wow, okay.
Introduce us.
So, going into this movie, I had a lot of, hype myself because
and this isn't spoiler territory yet. We'll give a warning.
Yeah, because I had theories about what I thought was going to happen, so I was excited to see if what I thought was going to happen actually happened. I was pretty jazzed about it. As I was sitting in the theater, I guess... in general, Star Wars sometimes feels a little lackluster to me. I feel like it's overhyped. I enjoyed The Force Awakens, loved Rogue One, but I was just kind of like, this is going to be cool. I want to see if what I thought was going to happen actually happens. But I was like, otherwise it was fine. But once we're sitting there and it says, it's got in a galaxy far, far away, and as soon as the crawl starts, I threw my hands up in the air. I was like, okay, let's do this. So I felt the hype was real when we got in there, and I can definitely tell you my overall opinion of the movie was good. The pacing of it was pretty solid, I guess I don't think this is real spoiler territory, but I feel like the start of the movie is almost directly after the end of the last movie.
Oh, it is, absolutely. But that was already known.
But what's interesting about that is that's not a common thing for Star Wars. There's normally a time gap.
Oh, yeah.
Even in between every episode, there's normally a time gap.
The biggest time gap is between episodes 1 and 2. All right?
Yeah.
But then you get to episode 2
and
3.
No, that's not true. The biggest time gap is in between episodes 3 and 4. It's a 19-year time gap.
I'm sorry. I always think of them in chunks.
Yeah.
So obviously, yes, that's the case. But then you got this gap between 1 and 2 is pretty long. Of course, even in the original trilogy, there was maybe a couple of months between 4 and 5, if that, maybe a year or two at most.
I actually don't know how long
I'm not sure either, but they never. I'm stuttering too much. They never end one place and then start in the same place.
Yeah, that's not a thing that Star Wars typically...
And the very first scene we get to see, it is right there.
Yeah.
Right. It's so much fun.
It was very fun. There was some funny stuff coming from... but this was really, really funny, and I feel like it's hands on the movie, because obviously the previous movies were funny, but they weren't this kind of funny.
No. Now, I will point this out because some people are most likely thinking this already. And it's the fact that most people have put it this way: after the Avengers, and you had that scene that everyone loved, where the Hulk has Loki by the leg and is thrown around Tom and Jerry cartoon. Ever since that point, people think that Marvel's movies have become more about humor and less about important dramatic moments. Mm-hmm. And some people think that humor is actually overtaking the important moments, and those people don't like that happen in Marvel movies. I'm not really convinced that's the case. It might be more funny now than it used to be, but I don't see that as a problem. The movies are still fun.
Yeah,
though I was thinking,
you won't watch it and go, "This is a comedy." You would say this is an action superhero movie that's got funny moments in it.
Now with Star Wars: Last Jedi, I was laughing my head off. Halfway through the movie, I started thinking, is this one of those instances where Disney is just going to make everything really funny and not take away from it? But by the time you get to the end of this movie, the drama
Yeah.
the emotion. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that
it's just as dramatic as any other Star Wars could have been.
And it is so important. Hey there, Happy Apple Dragon. Welcome to the stream.
Also, the lightsaber fights. Like the previous movie, Force Awakens, I feel like the lightsaber fights were on the level of like 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
That whole like not like crazy flipping around stuff. It was just solid like sword movement, lightsaber fighting.
Only real lightsaber fight happened between
Rey
and
I know,
right?
but that's what I'm saying. So it's like you look at 4, 5, and 6, the lightsaber fighting sort of reserved.
Right.
You look at the original trilogy, it's all over the place with all kinds of styles. So
you mean the second trilogy?
Yeah, the prequel.
The sequel trilogy, yeah.
But what we get here is kind of a blend. We get this blend of like a traditional sword style stuff and like, over the top lightsaber skills. I mean that was cool to me.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think what else we can say that wouldn't spoil important parts,
Sure.
Also, I'm really glad that the internet doesn't seem to be giving us any problems. We've been streaming for like 21 minutes, haven't had any major problems.
Yeah, we had a little bit of freezing.
It froze a couple times, but it didn't seem to impact it so badly. So we haven't had to restart anything. That's good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just throw the question out again while we think about what else we can say without spoiling the movie. We want to do a live stream. New Year's Eve sort of live stream, but should it be New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? That's the first question. There'll be giveaways,
New
challenges.
Year's Eve, everyone's going to be with their families, and we would be, essentially being here instead of our families.
Currently, the vote is 3 New Year's Eve, 0 for New Year's Day.
And then we've got a New Year's Day possibility. So after all the stuff is done, you've been out with your friends. New Year's Day, we come along and have that. Break out the new year with all the cool stuff and the giveaways.
So if you haven't already voted, just let us know in the comments. I am writing these things down, so don't worry about that.
Did you write it down?
Up here,
yeah. You should probably write it down.
No, don't worry. This thing doesn't go away unless I refresh the page, so I'll just look at it afterwards. Everyone is wondering. I know, Luke's role in this movie, and the thing that I was worried about was that Luke was either going to be underutilized, or they're going to overutilize him so much they would just completely ruin his character and legacy. I do not think that either one of those things happened.
I feel like the Luke that we got was a realistic character.
Mm-hmm.
He was not, over sensationalized.
That was actually something they made even a point of pointing out, verbally.
Yeah.
There's a difference between, the legends that we remember and that we hear about in stories and see in movies, and then the actual person.
Yeah, because it's cool to think about a character like from where I can't remember the game where Vader had an apprentice and you were.
The Force Unleashed.
Yeah, so the Force Unleashed. Cool to have a character that can literally pull a Star Destroyer out of the atmosphere, out of orbit. But I mean, but that's a little insane. You know what I mean? Like it makes things kind of feel like you only need one person to turn the entire tide of a war.
Oh, Chloe just changed her mind, so now it's 2-1.
Okay, cool.
2 for Eve,
all right,
1
Chloe
for
thanks.
Day. Yes, he thanks you.
Hey, I have my preference.
I know you have your preference. I have mine. We'll see. Was this movie completely unexpected in the direction it took?
No. Hold on. Let me. Okay, so I don't feel like the movie was unexpected. In an overall broad sense, I feel like some unexpected things probably happened in the movie, but I feel like the overall story was not really that unexpected. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You can actually make a poll?